LPBW star Matt Roloff lists iconic Roloff farms for sale again. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff has once again listed his farmhouse for sale. The TLC star, 63, is ready to say goodbye to his 16 acres of property in Helvetia, Oregon, this time with an eye-catching price tag. In an Instagram post, Matt announced that the famous Roloff Farms is back on the market, offered at $2,895,000. He tapped Matthew Tursek and Seth Murphy with the Real Brokerage as his agents. Matt described the property as something straight of a storybook, highlighting its blend of charm and luxury farm living. It features over 6,000 heft of luxurious residence, complete with a home theater, gourmet kitchen, and grand primary suite. The new owners will get to enjoy a massive 3,600 heft Big Red Barn, along with an authentic Western town set complete with a saloon, jail, post office, and more. The Roloff Farms also boast scenic walking trails, stone castle, pool, and bridges. On top of that, the property is conveniently located just minutes from Portland. The Little People, Big World star wrote, "Step into a storybook lifestyle on this iconic 16-acre farm in the heart of Helvetia. Whether you're craving a peaceful retreat, ready to launch your agritourism vision, or seeking a property that fuels your creativity, this estate delivers. With charm, scale, and so many layers of potential, this is more than a property, it's a legacy in the making." Matt listed the farmhouse before. This isn't the first time Matt put the iconic Roloff Farms for sale. In May 2022, the Little People, Big World star first listed it for $4 million, but ultimately decided to use the property as a short-term vacation rental instead. The farmhouse, which has been around for over 100 years, has witnessed many of the family's ups and downs. Matt once lived on and shared the property with his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, and their kids, Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob. At the time, Matt hoped the entire farm would remain in the family forever. But as years went by, his children went on to live their lives. Zach currently lives in Battleground, Washington with his wife Tori and their 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Jeremy, on the other hand, resides in Hillsboro, Oregon with his wife Audrey and their 4 kids, Amber Jean, Bo James, Radley Knight, and Mirabella May. Meanwhile, Jacob continues to live on the family farm with his wife, Isabel, and their son Mateo. For nearly 2 decades, fans of the TLC reality series Little People, Big World LPBW, have watched the Roloff family live out their personal and professional lives on the scenic, sprawling grounds of Roloff Farms in Helvetia, Oregon. Once a place of dreams, hard work, and unity, the farm now stands at the center of emotional upheaval, family division, and an uncertain future. In a move that has stirred both nostalgia and controversy, Matt Roloff, the patriarch of the Roloff family, has relisted a major portion of the iconic Roloff Farms for sale. The listing, updated in 2025 with a significantly reduced price, has reignited public interest in the fate of the farm, the ongoing tensions within the Roloff family, and the legacy of one of reality television's most enduring franchises. Purchased in 1990, Roloff Farms began as a 34-acre piece of land and gradually expanded into more than 100 acres of cultivated beauty. For Matt and Amy Roloff, the property was a symbol of their dreams for their family, a place to raise their children, while building a future rooted in love, adventure, and self-reliance. Over time, Roloff Farms became much more than a family homestead. Through Matt's creativity and resourcefulness, it grew into a fantasy-like destination complete with a pirate ship, a medieval castle, a Western-themed town, a barnyard playhouse, and elaborate pumpkin season attractions. The family opened the farm to the public each fall for pumpkin picking, tours, and seasonal festivals, turning it into a cherished local business and tourist destination. It was also the backdrop to Little People, Big World, which premiered in 2006. The show documented the Roloff family's daily lives, offering unique insight into living with dwarfism, raising children, managing a farm, and navigating marital challenges. As the show's popularity soared, so did the fame of Roloff Farms. In May 2022, fans were blindsided when Matt Roloff announced via Instagram that he was listing a 16.24-acre portion of Roloff Farms for $4 million. This section included the family's original farmhouse, where much of the show had been filmed, and several signature attractions that fans had come to love. Many had assumed the property would remain within the family, passed down to one or more of the Roloff children, particularly the twin brothers, Jeremy and Zach, who had both expressed interest in purchasing it. However, those assumptions were quickly dispelled. In LPBW episodes airing around that time, viewers learned that negotiations between Matt and his sons had fallen apart, with both Jeremy and Zach frustrated by what they saw as unrealistic pricing and a lack of transparency. Zach, in particular, voiced his discontent, saying on the show, "My dad manipulated the narrative. He's creating stories that aren't true and trying to play victim." Tori Roloff, Zach's wife, also expressed her disappointment, noting that the sale had fractured the family in ways that felt deeply personal and painful. Amy Roloff, who co-founded the farm with Matt and lived there for over 30 years, was stunned by the decision to sell. After divorcing Matt in 2016, Amy sold her portion of the property to him in 2019 and hoped the land would remain in the family. "It's a sad moment," she said in an interview following the announcement. "This was supposed to be for the kids, something we built together that we could pass on. I never thought I'd see the day when Roloff Farms was up for sale." Amy has since remarried and moved off the farm, but her emotional connection to the land remains strong. Like many longtime fans, she felt blindsided by Matt's decision and questioned the motives behind the sale. When the farm didn't sell in 2022, Matt shifted gears and turned the farmhouse into a short-term rental property. Through a partnership with A-Trip Vacations, the farmhouse became available on the vacation rental market for nightly stays. Fans could book the home and live, even briefly, in the same house where the Roloffs filmed countless episodes and created countless memories. Matt promoted the rental as a way to share the farm's magic with others. "Now it's your turn to make memories," he said in a promotional video. "Come stay on the farm where it all happened." Although the vacation rental drew initial enthusiasm and bookings, it did not fully replace the emotional and financial value the property once held. The challenges of maintaining a high-end rental property combined with Matt's desire to simplify his life eventually led him to put the parcel back on the market in 2025. In early 2025, Matt Roloff quietly relisted the 16.24-acre parcel for $2.895 million, a substantial reduction from the original $4 million asking price. The listing includes the 5,373-square-foot farmhouse with 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a large kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, a 6-car garage, a swimming pool, hot tub, and other luxurious amenities. The listing also boasts iconic Roloff landmarks such as the Red Barn, a miniature western town, and the signature pumpkin patch setup. Despite the price cut, the decision to sell again stirred fresh controversy and reignited fan debate over the future of Roloff Farms and the family dynamics behind the scenes. The rift between Matt and his children, particularly Zach and Jeremy, continues to color public perception of the farm's fate. Both sons once had dreams of raising their families on the land where they grew up, but strained negotiations with their father left those dreams unfulfilled. Zach and Tori have since moved to Battleground, Washington with their 3 children, while Jeremy and Audrey purchased their own farmland in Oregon and started a family-centric lifestyle brand. Neither son appears to be involved in current operations at Roloff Farms. Jacob Roloff, the youngest of the 4 siblings, has taken on some farming responsibilities in recent years. However, Jacob has publicly distanced himself from the reality TV world and maintains a more private presence. Although he remains close to Matt and occasionally helps with the farm's pumpkin season, he has shown no interest in ownership. This fragmented family dynamic has become one of LPBW's most compelling and heartbreaking storylines. For fans who once watched the Roloffs as a picture of unity and resilience, the disintegration of the family's connection to the farm has been deeply emotional. In public statements and social media posts, Matt has defended his decision to sell as a practical and personal one. At 63 years old, with a history of spinal surgeries and mobility challenges, he says the demands of maintaining such a large property are no longer sustainable. "I've poured everything I have into this place," he said during a 2025 interview. "But life moves on. It's time for someone else to take the reins and create something new here." Matt has also indicated that he plans to retain ownership of the remaining acreage and continue hosting pumpkin season events and other special attractions. His long-term partner, Karen Chandler, whom he became engaged to in 2023, is expected to move with him into a new home being built on another part of the property. "I'm not leaving the farm entirely," he explained. "I'm just letting go of the part that no longer fits my future." Fans of Little People, Big World have reacted strongly to the relisting of the farm. Social media platforms are flooded with comments expressing heartbreak, nostalgia, anger, and, in some cases, support for Matt's decision. Many longtime viewers see the sale as the final nail in the coffin of a family once celebrated for their unity and determination. "It's like watching the end of a dream," one fan wrote on Reddit. The farm was more than a place, it was the heart of the show. Others defended Matt, emphasizing that he has the right to make decisions that prioritize his health and future. "He built that farm from scratch," one Instagram user commented. "If he's ready to move on, we should respect that." Still, the overwhelming sentiment is one of sadness, a shared sense that an era is ending, and that the Roloff story, once so relatable and inspiring, has become a tale of estrangement and missed opportunities. As the sale of Roloff Farms looms, fans are also wondering what's next for Little People, Big World. Ratings have declined over the past few seasons, and several key cast members, including Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, no longer appear on the show. Even Amy and Zach have scaled back their participation. TLC has not confirmed whether LPBW will return for another season, but industry insiders speculate that the show may be nearing its conclusion. The farm sale would make a fitting endpoint, a symbolic and literal closing of the chapter that began in 2006. Some fans have suggested potential spin-offs focusing on Zach and Tori or Jeremy and Audrey, but there has been no official announcement. For now, the fate of LPBW hangs in the balance. Regardless of what happens next, Roloff Farms and Little People, Big World have left an indelible mark on reality television and American pop culture. The show broke ground as one of the first mainstream reality series to focus on a family living with dwarfism. It offered an honest, sometimes raw look at the challenges and triumphs of parenting, marriage, business, and personal growth. More importantly, it gave visibility and voice to a community often overlooked or misrepresented in media. The farm, with its whimsical features and heartwarming events, became more than a setting, it became a character in its own right. Generations of fans visited during pumpkin season, took photos in front of the castle, and bought souvenirs to remember their time on the land they had come to love through their screens. As Roloff Farms once again enters the real estate market, its future is unclear. The hope among fans is that whoever purchases the property will preserve its charm and significance, perhaps even continuing to welcome the public during pumpkin season. For the Roloff family, the sale represents both an ending and a new beginning. Matt continues to build a future with Karen, while Amy enjoys her life with Marek. Zach and Jeremy are raising families of their own, and Jacob remains rooted in the land, even if not officially tied to its ownership. What remains is the legacy, a story of dreams pursued, bonds broken and mended, and a farm that, at least for a time, stood as a testament to family, faith, and the belief that ordinary people can build extraordinary